my brother, my sister. There is a moment after Fajr that most people never pay attention to, a moment so quiet, so gentle, so filled with mercy that if you knew its value, you would never rush it again. It's the moment when the world is silent, but your soul is awake, when your heart is soft and Allah is closest, when yesterday's pain loosens its grip and today's blessings begin to descend. This moment can change your entire life. Your emotions, your clarity, your patience, your relationships, your rizq, your future, but only if you know how to use it. Because what you choose to do right after Fajr decides what kind of day you'll have and what kind of person you'll become. Some people wake up and carry their stress forward, but others wake up and hand their stress to Allah. And those are the people whose lives begin to transform. If you feel lost, heavy, confused, hurt, or unsure about your future, these sacred minutes after Fajr were made for you. Today, I'm going to show you the rare, deep, soul-changing acts you can do after Fajr. Acts that most people ignore, but the ones who practice them, Allah lifts them in ways they never imagined. Train your heart to accept what you cannot control. Right after Fajr, your heart is in a state that you don't feel at any other time. Your soul is soft. Your emotions are clean. Your mind isn't crowded yet. This is the moment when Allah allows you to feel things with honesty and clarity. And this is the best time to let go of the things that have been hurting you quietly. All those worries you've carried from yesterday, all the situations you kept replaying in your head, all the people you can't understand, can't change, and can't control. All the fears about the future that keep you awake at night, you bring all of them to Allah in this moment. Just place your hand on your chest, breathe slowly, and say inside your heart, Ya Allah, I give you what I cannot control. You don't need long words. You don't need perfect dua. You don't need strength. You only need honesty. And the moment you say this, something inside you shifts. Your shoulders feel lighter. Your chest opens a little. Your breathing becomes easier. Your thoughts stop running so fast. The tightness you feel every day begins to loosen. This is not weakness. Letting go is not giving up. It is actually one of the strongest things a believer can do. Because the moment you release what you cannot control, you are telling Allah, I trust you more than I trust my fears. And Allah loves the heart that trusts Him. You don't have to understand life to accept it. You don't have to know the full plan to surrender to the one who wrote it. When you stop forcing things to go your way, Allah gently guides you toward what was always meant for you. You begin to see that your life becomes calmer. Your reactions soften. Your decisions become easier. Your day becomes lighter. And slowly you realize something beautiful. When your morning starts with acceptance, your day moves with peace. And when your day moves with peace, your life begins to feel different. More guided, more stable, more blessed. A peaceful morning becomes a peaceful life. Disconnect from every human expectation. After Fajr, there is a moment when your heart finally becomes quiet enough for you to hear your own thoughts clearly. And this is when you will notice something important. Most of your stress doesn't come from your life. It comes from people. You wake up thinking about someone's words, someone's behavior, someone's expectations, someone's silence, someone's judgment, someone's opinion you didn't ask for, someone's reaction you're afraid of. Before your day even starts, your heart is already carrying the weight of others. But the minutes after Fajr are your chance to break this cycle. Sit for a moment and remind your heart that you were not created to live for people. You were not created to impress them, please them, or fear them. You were created to walk your path with Allah. Say softly inside your chest, Ya Allah, today let my heart depend on you, not on anyone else. When you say this, something begins to change. You stop measuring your worth through the eyes of people. You stop worrying about who likes you, who doesn't, who responds, and who stays silent. Their opinions lose the power to shape your mood. You begin to feel free. People no longer become your source of happiness. People no longer become your source of pain. People no longer control your emotions like a switch. You realize that when your heart doesn't cling to people, it becomes lighter, safer, stronger. And the strange thing is, when you stop trying to impress people, they respect you more. When you stop fearing their reactions, you speak more confidently. When you stop depending on their approval, you walk with dignity. When you stop chasing them, the right ones come closer on their own. The morning after Fajr is the time when you place your heart back in the hands of Allah. Because when Allah holds your heart, no person can break it. No disappointment can destroy it. No rejection can shake it. No judgment can harm it. You start your day with emotional independence. You no longer live like a prisoner of people's opinions. You walk through the world with calmness because you know something others don't. Your value comes from Allah, not from humans. And that one shift can change your entire day, your interactions, your confidence, your peace, and your whole life. Practice the sunnah of delayed reaction. After Fajr, your heart is in the perfect state to build a habit that can change every relationship in your life, including the one you have with yourself. It's the habit of controlling your reactions. Most of the pain you feel during the day doesn't come from what happens, but from how quickly you react to what happens. A message arrives and you respond in anger. A small comment triggers you and you fire back without thinking. A situation goes wrong and your emotions explode before your mind gets a chance to guide you. Someone disappoints you and you react in a way that later fills you with regret. Quick reaction destroy so many blessings, your peace, your relationships, your work, your mood, your whole day. But after Fajr, your soul is calm enough to make a promise to yourself. Just sit for a moment and say inside your heart, Ya Allah, today teach me to respond with wisdom, not with impulse. This small intention becomes like a shield around you for the rest of the day. You begin noticing the gap, that tiny pause between what happens and what you choose to do. That pause is powerful. That pause saves friendships. That pause prevents arguments. That pause protects your peace. That pause keeps your heart clean. That pause invites Allah's help into your behavior. When your morning starts with emotional discipline, your day becomes safer. You respond gently to things that once made you angry. You stay quiet in moments where you used to explode. You think before you speak. You breathe before you react. You reflect before you decide. You walk away from things that are not worth your energy. People around you start noticing the change. They feel calmer with you, more comfortable, more respected, more valued, and you feel calmer within yourself. You sleep at night without replaying your mistakes. You stop feeling guilty for your reactions. You stop hurting yourself with your own words. You protect the softness of your heart. This inner control is not something you learn in one day. It grows slowly, especially in the quiet minutes after Fajr, when your soul is closest to Allah, and soon you will notice something beautiful. The more you control your reactions, the more Allah opens doors of wisdom for you. The more you choose calmness, the more Allah gives you strength. The more you respond with patience, the more Allah elevates your character. Your mornings become your training ground. Your days become your proof, and your life becomes more peaceful than ever before. Release one hidden grudge in the morning. After Fajr, when the world is still quiet and your heart has not yet been touched by the noise of the day, something beautiful happens inside you. Your soul becomes more gentle, and in that gentleness, Allah gives you a moment that is perfect for healing a part of your heart, that you often ignore, the part that carries old hurts. Every one of us holds on to something, a word that wounded us, a betrayal we never expected, a misunderstanding that broke trust, a disappointment that still stings, a person whose actions left a scar we never fully admitted. These things don't disappear on their own. They stay inside, making your chest heavy, your thoughts tired, and your heart slower to feel happiness. But after Fajr, forgiveness becomes easier because your ego is quiet and your heart is awake. You don't need to force yourself to forgive everything all at once. Just choose one thing, one small wound, one small memory. Bring it to your mind softly and whisper inside your heart, Ya Allah, I release this hurt for your sake. I don't want it to live inside me anymore. You may not forget the pain. You may not be able to trust that person again. You may still feel the ache sometimes, and that's okay. Forgiveness is not about pretending the hurt never happened. It's about freeing your heart from carrying it every single day. When you release even one small grudge in the morning, Allah fills that empty space with light. You feel a tiny wave of relief wash over you. You feel your chest open a little. You feel the heaviness fade, even if just a little bit. And that little bit matters. Because when your heart becomes lighter, your day becomes lighter too. You start noticing that you smile more easily. You speak more kindly. You think more clearly. You breathe more deeply. You feel more at peace. You stop replaying old memories that were hurting you. You stop imagining conversations that will never happen. You stop chasing closure from people who cannot give it. You stop bleeding from wounds that were meant to be healed. Forgiveness in the early morning is not for the other person. It is for you. It is for your peace, your health, your clarity, your growth. And Allah rewards you for it, even if no one else sees it. He removes hidden burdens. He protects your heart from bitterness. He elevates you because you chose mercy over anger. And little by little, day by day, you become softer, calmer, stronger, and more healed than you ever imagined. All because you chose to release one small hurt after Fajr. When your heart was closest to Allah and Allah was closest to you, assign a purpose to your morning barakah. After Fajr, there is a special kind of barakah that descends, one that you can literally feel if you sit with it for a moment. It's a blessing that doesn't just touch your day, it chooses where to land in your life. And most people don't realize that barakah, like water, flows where you guide it. When the prayer is done and the world is still half asleep, just pause, take a breath. Feel the stillness in the air, the softness in your heart, and the quietness in your thoughts. This is the time when Allah is opening doors for you in the unseen. Most people start their day randomly, letting life decide everything for them. But the believer starts with intention, because intention is direction, and direction is destiny. So after Fajr, talk to Allah in a simple and honest way. You don't need big words. You only need a sincere heart. Say something like, Ya Allah, let today's blessings go to the places I need them most. Or be more specific. Let your barakah touch my money. Let your barakah soften my relationships. Let your barakah strengthen my iman. Let your barakah guide my decisions. Let your barakah protect my future. The moment you direct your morning barakah, you will notice things begin to shift. You spend money and it stretches. You work and things go smoothly. You speak and people understand you. You plan and Allah opens paths you never imagined. You make a small effort and it brings unexpected results. Even little things feel easier. Traffic doesn't bother you. Tasks finish quickly. Problems resolve quietly. And your heart feels protected from heaviness. Barakah is not just about having more. It is about Allah putting power inside what you already have. It's when a small action brings a big outcome. When a little effort brings a lot of reward. When a tiny move leads to huge success. When simple things become sources of peace. And this barakah is strongest in the morning. That is why people who guide their morning blessings see changes in their whole life. They feel more grounded, more focused, more stable, more hopeful, more connected to Allah. Because when you give your morning a direction, Allah gives your life a direction. If you don't guide your day will guide you. And usually it pulls you into stress, distraction, and rush. But if you guide your day with intention, Allah fills it with meaning, purpose, ease, and tranquility. Morning barakah is like light. Where you point it, life begins to grow. So after Fajr, don't let your blessing wander. Give it a clear purpose. Let it serve your heart, your home, your work, your family, your iman, and your future. And watch Allah put something special in everything you do. Watch for a sign from Allah in your morning. After Fajr, there is a quiet moment that many people overlook, a moment where your heart becomes more sensitive to signs from Allah. Not signs that shake the world, but signs that softly touch your soul. When the prayer is done and the morning light begins to spread, everything around you becomes calmer. Your chest is open. Your mind is clear. Your emotions are awake. Your soul is listening in a way it cannot listen later in the day. And this is when Allah speaks to you in the gentlest ways. Most people expect signs to be loud, dramatic, or impossible to miss. But the reality is, Allah guides the heart through small, quiet signals that appear exactly when you are spiritually ready. After Fajr, pay attention to what rises inside you. Maybe you suddenly feel calm about something that used to scare you. Maybe a problem that felt huge yesterday now feels lighter. Maybe your heart leans toward a decision without confusion. Maybe you remember something you need to fix. Maybe you feel a pull towards something good. Maybe you get clarity about a situation you were overthinking. Maybe Allah removes desire for something that wasn't meant for you. These are signs. They don't shake the world, they shape you silently. Sometimes the sign is simply peace. Sometimes the sign is a thought that feels guided. Sometimes the sign is a heaviness that disappears. Sometimes the sign is the sudden strength to let go of something harmful. Sometimes the sign is the courage to take one step forward. After Fajr, your soul is more transparent. It sees things the way Allah wants you to see them. Sit with that feeling. Don't rush. Don't grab your phone. Don't drown it under noise. Just be still for a moment and allow your heart to read what Allah is showing you. You will begin to understand that nothing is random. Not the ease you suddenly feel. Not the worry that fades. Not the idea that pops into your mind. Not the direction your heart chooses. Not the clarity that replaces confusion. These are gifts from Allah to guide you through the day and sometimes through your whole life. The more you train yourself to notice these signs in the morning, the more guided you become. Your decision feels safer. Your heart feels more confident. Your steps feel more purposeful. Your life feels less chaotic and more aligned. Because when Allah guides the heart at the start of the day, the entire day becomes easier to walk through. And over time, you will reach a beautiful stage. You won't beg for signs. You won't chase signs. You won't fear missing signs. Your heart itself will become a place where guidance lives. And it all begins in those quiet, blessed minutes after Fajr, where Allah speaks to the hearts that are willing to listen. My dear brother, my dear sister, if only you knew how much your life can change from these small moments after Fajr. Not through big actions, not through loud du'as, not through perfect worship, but through the quiet sincerity of a heart turning to Allah before the world touches it. These few minutes in the morning are not ordinary. They are a secret gift, a door that only opens when your heart is awake, a moment where Allah allows you to feel what you usually ignore and hear what your soul has been trying to tell you for years. Every day you carry so much worry, stress, fear, disappointment, heartbreak, overthinking, pressure, expectations, and yet after Fajr, Allah gives you a chance to drop all of it, even if just for a moment, so He can fill that empty space with peace. If you knew how much Allah rearranges for the one who remembers Him in the morning, you would never miss this time again. The truth is, your transformation won't begin in a dramatic moment. It will begin quietly, softly, in those few minutes after Fajr where your heart whispers honesty and Allah listens. One morning you will suddenly realize something beautiful. You are not reacting like before. You are not carrying the same pain. You are not fearing the future like you used to. You are not depending on people the way you once did. You are lighter, calmer, more guided, more protected, more connected to the one who controls everything. And it happened because you chose Allah when your day began. So tomorrow, before the world wakes up, before the stress starts, before your heart gets distracted, take those few minutes after Fajr and give them to Allah. Whisper your fears, release your hurts, assign your barakah, protect your reactions, reconnect your heart, and look for the signs Allah places for you. Do this with sincerity, even if you are tired, even if you are struggling, even if you feel imperfect. And Allah will change your life gently, quietly, beautifully. Because a day that starts with Allah cannot end without His mercy. And a heart that turns to Him in the morning will never walk the day alone.